Today, the question is, I'm going to retire in 2 years. I have no energy. I have no sex drive. My husband and I are like brother and sister living together. My doctor says there's nothing wrong with me. Help, Dr. Kieran. I don't want this to be my life. How many of you can relate to this? So many of you. I get this question so often. So I love that whoever put it, you didn't put your name. It's anonymous. That's why I do these one question surveys. Totally anonymous. You don't have to put anything. So I don't know who submitted that question, but I hear this question from so many people. How many of you can relate, right? Raise your hand. That's me. Retirement's in 2 years. It's in 5 years. It's in 10 years, however many years. I thought those were supposed to be the best time of my life. And my health is tanked. And I'm telling my doctor all my symptoms and they're going, well, you're getting older. That's normal for your age. And I once knew this woman who said, that her kids went off to school, and before her kids, they were in high school. And then when they both got into college, she was so dismayed, and she came to me and she said, I didn't think that my husband and I would be rekindled where we're running around like bunny rabbits, but I didn't think we feel like brother and sister where we're not having sex at all. How many of you can relate? She's like, we've got another few years to retirement. Is this what our life is going to be like? So I think this is so important to talk about because yesterday we talked about medical gaslighting. Who was here for the medical gaslighting talk? And medical narcissism talk, right? Raise your hand. Let me know. Mari, I know you were here. Laurie, I don't know if you were here. I see Dr. Candace is here. Sunset Dreams. A bunch of you on Facebook, YouTube. Hi. So we talked about medical gaslighting yesterday. Somebody here on Facebook was there, right? And who was like amazed that there's a thing called medical gaslighting and medical narcissism. It's a real thing. Google it. It's a thing, y'all. And that's what's happening to we women at midlife. We are being gaslit. We're being told, oh, it's normal for your age to gain 30 pounds. It's normal for your age to want to take a nap in the afternoon. It's normal that you don't want to have sex. No. Lies, lies, lies. These are all lies. It is not normal. So if that's you, there's something wrong. And if your provider is just telling you it's normal for your age, you need to find someone who understands how women's health works after 40. They don't teach that in medical school. So I had to learn for myself, despite my OBGYN board certification. I had to learn for myself why I weighed 243 pounds at the age of 47, why I slept all the time when I wasn't working at 47, why my hair was falling out, why I looked and felt 20 years older than I was, why I never wanted to have sex, why my gut was crazyville, irritable bowel, didn't know if I was going to have 10 BMs in one day or one every 10 days, like insane my health was, depression, anxiety. I'm board certified OBGYN. I'm supposed to know more about women's health than anyone else. And I couldn't figure out what was wrong with me and fix it because they don't teach that in medical school. So I had to go on this journey to find the truth. Hey, Monica. Hey, Robin. I see you guys. And Diva Organic, eJoy3199. Hi. So I had to go on this journey to figure it out for myself. So lost 100 pounds, regained my energy, looked and felt 20 years younger. People didn't even recognize me. And so I want you to know that that's available to you. And whoever submitted this question, hey, Elizabeth, whoever submitted this question, this is for you, right? So the statistics are pretty dismal on the number of fatalities after people retire. I see women all the time and talk to them who say, well, I can't attend to my health because I've got to keep working in this crazy ass job. One woman comes to mind was a principal, and boy, did they overwork her. Any of my principals here or teachers? And she said, I got to keep on this crazy treadmill and I can't take the time to take care of my health. I just got 2 more years. But the rate at which people die after they hit retirement is very high. I don't remember the exact number. And I don't want to misquote, so I'm not going to say, but it's very high. And why is it? Because we put off taking care of our health, until we retire. And then I'm going to do it when I retire. And then we don't do it. And then it's too late, right? So cancer, which is going to affect 1 in 2 of us. So I was talking to one of the women in our hormone mastermind the other day, and she kind of redoubled her efforts at balancing her hormones. Hey, Suze, former special ed teacher and former clinician, right? So I was talking to her, and she all of a sudden has this new enthusiasm for balancing her hormones. And I said, what's going on? This is awesome. And she said, I've been to 2 funerals this week. 2 funerals, one of someone 60 years old, one of someone 63. The one of them with young children, one was a man and the other one was a woman with teenage children. Funerals, y'all. She's like, I don't want that to be me. They both died of cancer. 1 in 2 of us will get cancer in our lifetime. What most of you don't realize is that hormone imbalance contributes to cancer. Cancer is an immune system failure contributed to by hormone imbalance. Nobody's telling you this. There are no commercials on TV for this. There are commercials for this cancer drug and this autoimmune drug, and take this and ask your doctor about this drug to suppress symptoms. But who is telling you about the fact that 1 in 2 of us are going to get cancer? A lot of us, that's what is going to be the cause of our death, right? On our tombstone is going to be that year of birth to the dash to the year of death. So we're living the dash now. Hormones program everything in your body, including your immune system. Cancer is an immune system failure. Hormone imbalance that you're experiencing is the cause of your wanting a nap in the afternoon, can't fall asleep, waking up in the middle of the night, tired in the morning, right? It's the cause of your hair loss, no sex drive, gut dysfunction, irritability, depression, anxiety, focus problems, memory problems. Hormones are your regulators of everything. So it's not just a comfort issue is what I want you to get. When you go to the doctor and they're gaslighting you, telling you, oh, it's normal for your age, it's normal for this time of life, it's normal for you. BS. These are signs your hormones are giving you that your hormones are out of balance, which means immune system dysfunction, which means that things like cancer and autoimmune disease can then start developing. Cancer, you don't just wake up one day and have cancer. When you get it, it was developing for 5, maybe 10, maybe 20 years before. So fixing your hormones fixes your immune system so that you can have that improvement. Is this making sense to y'all? Are you tired of being gaslit by mainstream medicine and told that this is normal for your age? I hope that you are, because I'm crazy tired of it. So Sue says, yes, my mom, uterine cancer at 54. I made so many changes and I'm going to be 53 tomorrow. Woo! Happy birthday. Diva Organic says, yes, it's making sense. So do not believe these lies, right? Because you're only going to hear about it in your doctor's office if there's a drug for it. And if there isn't, they're just going to be like, scratching their heads. Normal for your age. I don't have any answers is what that means. So you can translate. So one of the things I like to say is that I got to teach you how to speak hormone. So in hormone speak, it's normal for your age means I have no clue what's wrong with you. So I want you to, when you go to your doctor and you're like, hey, I want to take a nap in the afternoon. I'm really tired when I wake up. Why don't I really ever want to have sex? It's hard for me to have an orgasm. What I want you to hear them saying is, well, like peanuts, wah, 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 wah. I have no clue what's wrong with you and what to do with you. That's what they're telling you. I don't speak hormone. It's like you're speaking perfectly good hormone English. I understand. When you tell me that, I'm like, I know exactly what's wrong with you. But when you go to your doctor and you tell them all these things and they say, it's normal for your age, what they're saying is they may as well talk to you in Chinese. I don't understand what you're saying and I have no idea what to do with you. Sunset Dream says, yes, major migraines prior to period. Some days later. Yeah, that's a hormone problem. Right. And so what in mainstream medicine, what did I do as an OBGYN? What are we taught to do for migraines? Give you migraine medicine. Well, one, we might try to shut off your female hormones by giving you some synthetic toxic hormones like birth control pills. And then we're going to give you migraine medicine to shut the symptom off. Instead of listening to this beautiful piece of machinery that you were given at birth that has all the answers and uses symptoms to tell you when something's wrong, not so you can shut it up. So you got a migraine, you take a pill to get rid of the migraine, you're telling your brain, shut up, I don't want to hear what you have to say. Shut up, I don't want to hear what you have to say. That's what you're saying to your body. Instead of inquiring and opening an inquiry into, sweetheart, tell me what's going on with you. Like, what's going on with your head? Why are you hurting and having vascular spasm? That's what a migraine is. What could be causing you to have vascular spasm? Are your hormones out of balance? Let's take a look-see and do some tests and check. What else is going on with your blood vessels, vasculars, blood vessels, that could cause them to be inflamed? Let's look at the sugar in our diet. Let's look at the toxins in our life. That can cause vascular spasm. So symptoms are God's gift to you, an opportunity to ask why the symptom and lean into it and discern the language of the body, and then intuit what is it that needs to happen here for resolution. So you want migraine headaches to go away because you fixed the reason why you had the migraines, not because you gave some drug that just cuts that symptom out. Because I promise you, the same problems that were conspiring to cause that migraine, you take a drug to cut off the symptom so you don't feel the migraine. Guess what? Those problems are still happening in your brain and the rest of your body. And now you shut off your early warning system, like the light on your dashboard of your car telling you check engine, check engine. So it's like the insanity of your check engine light is on in your car and you're like, go to the mechanic and go, that damn check engine light keeps going off. Can you just take the light bulb out so it doesn't go off and bother me anymore? That's what you're doing when you have migraines and you take drugs to shut off the migraines. You are basically just telling the mechanic, shut the check engine light off. I don't want to know what's wrong with my engine. Who here does that make sense to? Anybody? If it doesn't make sense to you, I want you to post in the comments because I want to know, is it just me or is that insane? Is that insane? Yes, definitely, Mari says. Eating healthier has helped me to rarely have migraines now, plus I'm taking magnesium. Yes, right? So you take it as a message. Why? Oh, maybe it's that crap that I eat every day. Maybe I'm magnesium deficient. So you can try, Diva says, right? Exactly, not fixing the root problem, right? Sunset Dreams. And Sue said, for me, it took ditching gluten, dairy, and adding many more gut-supporting veggies like broccoli, bok choy, fennel, garlic. Right. So there's a reason why you have these crazy symptoms. You got to listen to what your body's telling you, speak the language of the body, and then translate it into the language of hormones. A lot of it, all of it gets to hormones, which are your regulators. And then answer why. So back to the original question from this woman who submitted on the one thing, what's your biggest question about your health survey? Thank you to all of you who submitted it. We got over 150 responses. Is like, I'm going to retire in 2 years. My quality of life sucks. She didn't put that on the question, but that's what she's saying. My quality of life sucks. How many of you can relate? And in 2 years, I've got 2 years to retire. And I'm telling my doc that my quality of life sucks because of all these symptoms. And he's telling me it's normal for my age. What do I do? She said, question mark, question mark, question mark. Not 1, 3. She's like at her wit's end. And, that's a lot of times when it really hits us. We drag through, whenever the perimenopause starts in our 40s, and then 51 is the average age of menopause. And then here's coming retirement at some point. And then we're facing retirement and we're like, oh my God, my health is terrible. My quality of life is terrible. And histamine hangover, it might be due to histamine. 5 little wanderlings high. Yeah, so it's not, I wouldn't say about caring, Mari. I think all doctors care. I'll say that because I've known a lot of them in my life. It's just that they're not trained in this. They're not trained in the language of hormones. They are trained in a paradigm. We are trained. It's the way I was trained. We are trained in a paradigm of health is the absence of symptoms by any means necessary. The ends justify the means. You get rid of the symptom, success. That is what our whole paradigm is of mainstream medicine. Whatever drug you need to give to get rid of that symptom, whatever surgery you need to do, when the symptom's gone, you've achieved success. But that's not what creates health. Absence of disease or absence of symptoms is not health. We want to have, if you want to have optimal health at midlife, meaning you want energy like when you were 20, you want a sex drive when you were 16 or 20, you want hair like when you were 20, you want your brain to be working on all cylinders like when you were 20. You want the energy, the stamina, the weight, all the health parameters that you had when you were younger. You can have it 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, absolutely. But you're not going to get it taking drugs and doing surgery to get rid of symptoms. You're going to have to listen to the language of the body. What is the body telling you? And learn how to speak hormone. And because your hormones regulate all of that and then correct them. So you're going to need to do all these things. So this was an amazing question. That was the only question I was going to answer today. If you guys have any other questions, please post them and let me know. I am doing another live training tomorrow on hormones, for people at midlife. How do I balance my hormones? How do I lose weight? How do I get my energy back? I don't understand messages my body's giving me. I'm confused. And my doctor doesn't speak hormone and is telling me it's normal for my age. What do I do about that? So that's tomorrow at 7 Eastern. You can sign up on my website, Kieran Dunstan, MD. There should be a sign up. If not, sign up for my email list on there, and then you'll get an invite. And we're going to go through it for you. So I have the 20-year-old frame, but years of not knowing damage my gut. Test, don't guess. Yeah, you absolutely need to test. Robin says, can't wait for tomorrow. Yes, I will see you there. I love doing this training because we're taught pill for every ill. Symptom absence means health. And that's just not true, right? 50% of us over the age of 50 are on 5 or more medications for chronic health conditions. Is that health? Is that the health that you want, that you signed up for? Not the health I want or signed up for, right? That is not health. And then 60% of us over 50 are overweight or obese. That's considered health. So they say those people are healthy, right? So 55 on 5 medications for chronic health conditions. A lot of them, what I call the American trilogy: high cholesterol, high blood pressure, high blood sugar, diabetes. The American trilogy, 5 medications, 60% overweight or obese, and they consider that health. That is not health, y'all. That's not health. You find anyone who's on 5 medications and over 50 and overweight or obese, and you ask them, do you feel as good as you did at 20? What are they going to say? No. But they've even given up on thinking that it's possible for them to feel as good now as they did at 20. How many of you know people like this? They just think it's normal. Oh, and they'll even say stuff, and we do it too. Well, I don't do it anymore, but I hear people do it. They'll be like, oh, well, I guess that's what I expect. I'm 50 or I'm 55. Yeah, well, me and my husband, we have sex like 4 times a year, but that's normal for 55. Nuh-uh. No, it shouldn't be, right? So Sue says, sickening society focuses away from preventive care. Diva Organic says, thanks for educating us about our health. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you too. So yes, know your rights, people. Know your rights. Know what your birthright is. Your birthright is to live in this beautiful machine that's not a machine. It's a living, breathing organism that you were given at birth for your entire life in its optimal state. That means no excess body fat. That means great energy from the minute you wake up throughout the day, powering you to create what you came here to create and do what you came here to do and enjoy the relationships that you came to have, the creative projects you came to participate in, the learning that you came to participate with. That's what it means, that your gut should function smoothly and easily and give you nice, pretty poops every day, every time you eat. That's how you're supposed to be. And nice and quietly, that your brain, you have good cognition and focus and memory, and you get things done, and you're not stressed out, and you're not irritable and snapping at your loved ones, and you're not anxious, and you're not depressed, right? Like, this is your birthright, y'all. This is your birthright. And if you are not experiencing this, then you're missing the whole point. So hopefully I've answered your question, whoever submitted that question. 2 years to retirement. My health is tanked. My doctor says it's normal for my age. My quality of life sucks. What do I do? That was the question. I hear it all the time. So don't let this be you. Don't let this be you. Anemia during perimenopause, right? So when you lose too much blood with your periods because you're estrogen dominant, again, it's often a hormone problem. Everything starts with hormones, y'all. You got to learn how to speak hormones. So a lot of women in perimenopause have too much estrogen, which means their uterine lining builds up way high, too high, and that means heavy bleeding. And when you bleed too much with your period, you can become anemic. Heavy bleeding, or menopause, the technical term, is the number one cause of anemia in women who are cycling. So it's a hormone problem, right? And so you go to your regular doctor, they're probably just going to shut off your hormones by giving you some synthetic toxic birth control pills. And that's not the answer. It doesn't fix your hormone imbalance. Your body's symptoms are designed to tell you something's wrong, investigate. So the goal is to fix the hormone imbalance. So you've got to fix the excess estrogen, and probably there's a progesterone deficiency in there. So you got to fix that. I know, Suze, I'm sick of hearing that's what happens when you get older. Me too. I mean, sometimes I'm in like the Walmart in line, and I'll overhear people's conversations, or in a restaurant, and people are saying the most horrible self-limiting beliefs about, oh yeah, I guess that's just what I have to, it's my age. Well, she is getting older. Well, I am getting older. Stop saying that stuff. It's not true. I know everybody, if you look around and you look at all the people you know, including, I'm going to name some celebrities, J-Lo, Selma Hayek. Like one day this thing popped up, of celebrities over 50 in their bikinis. Apparently that's a thing where celebrities over 50 are posting pictures of themselves on social media in bikinis. Have you guys seen this? They look amazing. This is possible for everyone. I think that maybe some women see that and say, well, they're celebrities. It's possible for them. They have some superpowers. The truth is they don't, because there are equal number of celebrity females over 50 who aren't selfieing with in bikinis because they are overweight and tired and look older than they are, right? So they are subject to this. They don't have any superpowers that we don't have. But look around at all the people you know. I'm sure you know some women over 40 who aren't overweight or obese, who have great energy, great hair, great cognition, mood. They're not on a ton of medications. So they don't have anything special. It's not some special genetic code that they got. Genetics is only about 5 to 10%. It's because their hormones are balanced, because they speak hormone and they know how to keep their hormones balanced. So that right there should tell you that it's not a sure thing, and there is an answer. So yeah, Sue says it's ingrained in their old-time doctors, then passed on. So thank you guys for joining me. I hope to see all of you on the training tomorrow at 7 Eastern. You can sign up on my website, or I think if you go to the top of the page to the link tree and you do the drop down, it will have the masterclass on there. You should be able to sign up there too. I will see you then. I think I'm coming live again tomorrow, I think at 12:30, answering more of your 150, my number one health questions answered. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day.